Please work, please work, please work, please work. Oh shit, yeah. We actually started early. What do you know? Hey.
Oh my God.
One goddamn second.
What do you know? Where's the chat at? Hold
on. A funky Amigo Pooned the Sapien.
Yeah, you like that? Like Del the funky Homo sapien?
It sounds smelly. I don't know.
That's just... right. What's up, Rudy? What's up, Sean Carey? Getting started a little bit early so we can let people get in here.
So dead Kennedys have reformed. Is that what you were posting, Chuck?
I don't know. I saw that they were gonna be touring in Brazil or some shit. I was like, wow, that sounds fucking rad.
Really?
I got no further details.
Wow.
Let's go to the most dangerous city on earth and play.
Did Jello come back?
I don't. That would be something.
Right?
What's up, Sean? How you doing, brother?
Food. No.
Up my damn screen here.
Rudy, GBV.
Being stupid. There we go. There we go. All right. Now I can see chat.
Oh, wow.
I gotta get a koozie.
Professional and shit.
Oh yeah, get your koozie, man. GBV, Jerry. Hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Nice. Welcome, friends.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we'll go live. We'll go technically for realsy live at like something, maybe a couple of minutes.
Pretty sure it's 6:30, bro. You're kind of like.
No, you gotta let people come in here, man. Yeah. The notification squad. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever do anything ahead of time.
Patrick King. That's a goddamn fact.
So have you been online? Have you been online for like the last 3 hours, Mr. Nasty?
Sounds like 6 o'clock.
Mr. Nasty?
Mr. Nasty.
Oh, that's great.
Mr. Nasty.
That's fantastic.
We're like, sounds like 6 o'clock, I guess. I was on Zoom and Discord with the Stooges on my drive home and then switched over to my computer and then did the show and then now I'm here.
Yeah.
Mr. Janklin is here.
Uh-oh.
Welcome, sir.
James, motherfucking friend. Motherfucking friend.
I like.
Oh.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
We both burped at the same time.
I felt like we were one.
You guys got to make out for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Fucking rules, bro. I can't change nothing.
What that tongue?
No. That would be the beardiest motherfucking makeout session ever.
Tongue punch the box for 15 seconds.
That tongue's got some speed though. You're not ready for it yet.
That tongue, I got you.
Beard squelch.
Beard squelch. That sounds dirty.
Patrick coming through with the correct name for our guest.
Yeah. Patrick Mo frickin' Kang.
It's Porn Stack McK18 650.
Is it? Oh, I got something just for that too.
I technically only have one 18650 stack, and it's technically a 2650 stack too.
Say technically one more time.
18650 stack. No, shut up, motherfucker.
Go.
Yeah, it's this guy.
Ooh, Death Wish. Was that the ghost ship?
The Evil Twin.
Evil Twin.
The Baphomet.
I love the fucking finish they put on those, man. That gun.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane.
Right? And I've never really seen anything, exactly like it. There's other gunmetal shit, but.
Well, yeah, their gunmetal is
cool,
phenomenal. Man. And it hits fucking hard for being at freaking stainless mech, so I'm happy with it.
I like stainless steel, man.
Well, the thing is, people always complain about the hot button and shit, but if you take care of it, clean the threads, you don't have to fucking worry about that shit.
Exactly.
And plus, I'm in the process of getting this thing turned into a stack, which I just need to get the piece to make it do it, to make my 2 timekeepers 1.
Whoa.
When to become one.
It's going to be a shiny motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny
it's
because the buddies always make fun of me because it's like a $400 mech on it with two like $20-$30 RDAs on there with the profile and the Pulse V. The Pulse
Hey, man.
24.
Whatever you like to vape, that's what it's all about.
I'm right.
I put $30 shit on my $30 shit. You know what I'm saying?
Putting that Smart King tank Smart 5.0.
Does,
all right. What's up? Hey, Adam's got headphones.
I know it's weird.
Hey?
It's very distracting.
It is.
well, it's now
let's
like
just move on. Let's just move on.
He had
thanks,
something
guys.
to say.
no, it's past.
So
The
Breestone
moment is
seems very
gone.
flustered today. So let's fuck with him especially.
What's up, daytime Frank?
Because now he
No,
can
I'm
hear
fine.
everything. Oh,
I'm fine.
he's freaking out.
GTO. Hi, daytime friend.
It's so,
Okay, I guess we can just go ahead and start and get into things. Welcome everyone to the Three Amigos show.
we need some theme music.
Yeah.
Worst fucking theme music ever.
I think it's the best fucking theme music ever. Politely fuck it yourself.
Gotta get that ranchera.
You got to get the straight
Ranchera
mariachi.
up in here, dude. Yeah. And we get our like ostrich boots with the little pointy ends and stuff.
I had a pair of
They're
fucking
not-
ostrich
They don't come to a complete point. They come to a fine point, and then they get shaved off horizontally.
I just have an ostrich. I don't have ostrich boots. I just have an ostrich.
You have a
Okay,
fucking
that
ostrich?
No,
Like an actual one?
no.
You fucking asshole!
Fucking do it.
I was like ready to spend the next hour talking about your fucking ostrich.
What's up, Mechmon Mike? So I would like to welcome our guest, our distinguished guest, whichever square he's in.
I have no idea who the fuck
Mr.
this guest is.
Poon, porn, stash,
I
McPowerbottom.
feel like there should be like a. There we go. Wait. Nope, wrong way. Here, go down again, and I'll try to imitate it.
You see,
Porn, stash,
There.
McPowerbottom.
Yeah, it worked. Whatever.
that's how you do special
Good
effects
enough.
on a budget.
Good enough. I should have put my arm down here, but then I don't look right. I don't look right.
And suddenly my pants came off.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It just came off.
Down trout.
So Corey,
Whoa! Hold on. Focus.
Corey,
There we go. What?
who the fuck are you? Tell
Yeah.
everybody.
So
Smile while you do
fuck yourself, sir.
I'm Poon's house.
Indeed.
I'm on the YouTubes. I do a show on Mondays. If you haven't just watched it, it just happened. And I have a YouTube.
What do
Doing
you
advocacy.
do on said YouTube?
I talk advocacy pretty much.
Boom.
I wanted to do something different to where I didn't want to do reviews because everybody and their mother does reviews. There's so many
Yeah.
different reviewers out there. I want to do something different and kind of bring my perspective into the advocacy world because I feel like there's not enough people doing it, first of all, and bringing it to such the platform that YouTube is. And I may not have the biggest voice in the world, but I'd rather have the voice I have and reach out to the minimal amount of people I can to possibly change the opinions on people. Pretty much.
Bravo, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
If I can do a stream and change one person's mind on one thing, I feel like I've succeeded. So
So before we get into your streaming,
Mhm.
is your fucking Discord goddamn text to chat off? Because if it's
Ah.
not, you're fucking out of here.
okay.
Have you guys watched any of his streams yet? It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It's
The
like
funny thing is, the one I had with
every
James,
fucking time, there's a robot in the background saying, "Poon pants, McFuck sticks, sucker, blah blah blah." It's like, what the fuck?
Swag's always wanted my mom to go milk a cow or something. I don't know. And then, oh fuck, I'm still in Discord too. That's the funny thing.
Oh my
Hopefully it doesn't come through. Hold on, because the funny thing on Saturday is when I did my stream on Saturday with James, I
Yeah.
actually Control Alt deleted, like end tasked it, and it still was coming up. I was like, fuck this, I don't even care.
Yeah.
It's gonna make my show unique. And just
It probably might be something you want to clear up though. Maybe not like a thing that'll continue forever, because that might be
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just right now I'm at the stage where I'm just like, whatever. Right now, I'll fix it eventually.
Right.
So let's dip peen, dip toes, dip fingies in some advocacy stuff. What is going on currently that
The
you're
big
paying
thing
attention to?
Big thing in my head still is that thing that the one guy talked about it was on Vaping 360. I talked about during the Omis today that the one legislation that could pretty much kill vaping as we know it right now, because it's only been introduced, hasn't been fully talked about in like detail. There's a lot of detail into the bill, which will kill vaping as we know it, which scares the living shit out of me, because I never thought that they could go that far into wanting to end vaping as hard as they want to. And this will do it. This is called the Reversing the Youth Tobacco Epidemic Act.
Yeah, it's a fun name. I wanted to wait for you to get it, but yeah,
it literally drives me.
They put these very, I don't know. It's not clickbaity. It
drives me up a fucking wall.
But yeah, I mean, there has been several bills that have come out that are very similar when they start. But like you said, it just got introduced. It's in its initial stages. And as they go through each step, shit goes, shit comes in, shit goes, shit comes in, or they go away, or they stay, or whatever. So
this is the one that would lay down the fucking hammer.
It's an interesting one. I'd be interested to see where it goes, but
I'm gonna try to keep track of it in the stages it goes through, because I'm curious if they're either gonna add to it or take off it. I don't know, because they most likely they want to keep it as is or probably make it worse, of just more regulations, more unreasonable regulations, which of course we know that.
I mean, even with the current climate, though, I find it difficult for them to be able to, with everything that's going on in the way that, from what I've seen, obviously I haven't seen the whole thing, but from what I've seen, I think they're gonna have a tough time getting it as is, let alone adding to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the link to the Vaping 360 article in the chat right now. So people
are they leaving the language a little bit, is the word ambiguous, so that they can update it whenever they want to, like they're doing like they're doing in Australia?
Vaping 360 did a great job at like breaking it down, because the language that's in the actual bill right now is, I wouldn't say it's kind of close to being virtually unreadable, because of it's ridiculous.
Right.
It's like they're asking.
The ambiguity is how they get things passed that are completely against the fucking needs of the people.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person, obviously, that I can write. Okay, I'll write something, regarding whatever, usually like a vape thing or whatever, and then I'll read it, and then I can decide whether I can make this real specific and like make it easy, or I can make it a little bit, just twist a couple words here and there, and then all of a sudden it kind of just makes the whole thing. You can change the whole fucking feel of a paragraph by changing 2 or 3 words, and by changing them, I mean just make it a little bit less easy to understand, really. Yeah. So that's what they do. They're masters of it, and that's how you get shit that involves offshore drilling in Florida to be a ban in vape shops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's crazy.
It's old tricks, but that's the ones they got. They fucking work.
According to the article, which I just posted a link to in the chat, bullet points here say the bill would prohibit all characterizing flavors except tobacco unless they are specifically approved by the FDA. Isn't that fun, kids?
This bill wants to give the FDA more power to do what they want.
Yeah. Well, that's what they want, right? Because they want the e-liquid companies that are going to pay, right, up the ass, and give them all their, most of their profits, so they can stay in business, right? And that way the government gets theirs.
Well, I mean, they've already got their way to crush e-liquid companies. It's called the PMTAs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody that's not a fucking established major company is not going to be able to afford doing that anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
any like DIYer who's wanted to make their own company out of it is going to be
Nope.
There'll be no chance. They're going to instantly be shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
that's
the
why.
American dream and shove it
like,
up your fucking ass. Is what
Yeah.
the government is saying to those kind of people, really.
I was thinking about putting like trying to get a couple of my flavors out there, and I'm just like,
No,
nope.
it sucks too because it's like you want to introduce the world to a product that you've put your heart and soul into, and pretty much the government's saying fuck that. No to small business, which obviously the government is in for when they constantly say that small business is what this country lives on.
Right.
It's not. No,
It's
we
not.
all know that.
Because it's basically what it boils down to is a rich get richer mentality. I mean, you have to have money to make money, and if you don't have money, guess what? You ain't making no money.
Indeed.
Plain and simple. If you don't have the money to play, then stay at home.
But isn't this whole situation leading to a first company who's going to be big tobacco money and pharmaceuticals in the same vein? Because if they want to control, who's going to be that first company who's got money from, pick a company that's in big tobacco and pick a company that's pharmacy, then who's going to be that first company that's actually funded by both so that they can fit into the legislation? Isn't that what's happening?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that's going to depend on a lot of things, man, because in order for the government to get in bed with a company, especially a company in like an industry like this, they're going to have to show some serious wherewithal and some sustainability, which is not the strong point of any fucking vape company, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, what happened with Juul? Everybody, like, well, they're doing blah, blah. Well, the reason why Big Tobacco partnered with Juul is because Juul showed that they can be a profitable long-term fucking business model.
Right, and appeals to kids, so kids will buy it.
There's not a single other vape company that any company on a Fortune 500 list would even think about partnering. They just wouldn't.
The one thing about Juul too is like, it blows my mind still that all these kids want to get into juuling because they are they have some of the most unchild appealing labels advertising out there.
Right, which for me,
it's some of the most professional labeling, promoting kind of outlook I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's basic bitch labeling is what it is. You know what I mean? When it boils down to it. And that's why I think that argument about the child appealing packaging is stupid. I feel like it's a stupid ass point. Like, I get it. People shouldn't be putting e-liquids out there that look like like codeine cough syrup and stuff like that. I get it. But and then trademark infringement, of course.
That's the one that I have a problem with.
With like cartoons and stuff like that. I like fucking cartoons. If I think that's a cartoon, I'm gonna buy it. Like, who has like cartoony style drawings all over their e-liquid and never really get shipped for it is Bad Drip, but that's because it's geared towards like horror and
they have the clown line.
Right. It's like it's a counterculture type thing, and because it's not super bright and colorful and happy, like they don't get any shit for it.
No.
So, and I love their artwork too.
As far as the government coming after people for child killing, I've always considered that to be kind of a red herring. I mean, it looks good when Scotty sat at the desk with the colorful shit or whatever, but it was never really their big problem.
No.
I mean, if anything else, it was us as a community and vape as an industry that was just like, dude, it's fucking stupid. It's not like, oh, this is why kids are doing it. This is kids. Honestly, I don't think that shit really has much to do with kids. It's just a matter of that it's fucking stupid and childish and we shouldn't fucking do it. Was my main moral fucking qualm with the whole idea. And as far as Juul goes, I mean, yeah, dude, it just shows that it has nothing to do with packaging. It never really has. It has to do with kids wanting to get high. That's all it's ever. That's the only reason why kids use Juuls, is because it's a fucking high milligram, fucking proprietary salt nick fucking blend they throw in those things. That if I fucking take one right now, I'll get a head change. I've been fucking smoking and vaping for like what? Put it all together, like 25 years. And if I took a hit off a Juul right now, I'd be like, oh, woo, yeah. That's why.
Nick Fresh you get from Juul is no fucking joke.
Pass it around a Juul because they're going. It has nothing to do with any of that other shit. It's fucking bullshit, man. Come on.
You just want to get tweaked out, bro. Just fuck.
Oh,
all it is.
here in Australia, the thing to do is those little cream bulbs. You know, when you diffuse the bulb into a cream gun and then take
whippets?
yeah.
Whippets, yeah, the nitrous.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they did. Didn't they do something to them those that you couldn't do that anymore or something? I don't know.
No, I
I
don't
haven't
know.
done nitrous in 20 years, so.
Yeah.
Can I say last night or yesterday afternoon on Netflix, was watching a movie that I cannot remember the name of course, but the movie was basically 3 people getting smashed all movie, even dropping the word Molly. I must have heard the word Molly 40 times in the script of this film. And right at the very last 5 minutes of the movie, one of the actors was sitting outside of a nightclub toking on a jewel. It was the first time I'd ever seen a electronic cigarette in a movie. But
Really?
of course, you know, the situation is that the entire premise of the movie was these 3 people going out and partying, drinking, hungover, going to work, driving, you know, all this sort of situation. But I just couldn't help think, but, you know, like here it is on Netflix, here's a film, and, you know, people will focus on that. It's an electronic cigarette in the end of the film, the conclusion.
I've seen it a couple of times, but it's always like the villain or whatever, they've got their weird little fucking ego pen or whatever. It's probably full of goddamn Subida or something, and it's like,
Subida.
but it's like back in the day, you know.
There's only one movie I want to
the
see.
villains smoke cigarette.
There's only one movie I want to see on Netflix that involves vaping, and that's the new one from the makers of Billion Lives.
You don't know nicotine.
That needs to be out there.
Yeah, sooner than later.
My excitement for this movie, this documentary, is through the fucking roof.
You know what, I because of, you know, how long it takes to do a project like that, I worry that it won't be in time. You know, it'll be like 5 minutes too late type of deal. You know,
maybe not for maybe.
Well, you know what? Obviously, like I haven't paid that much attention to anything on, like, as far as like vape stuff on the other Instagram. I got my other thing, but like, so I haven't really kept up with the movie. I mean, I had me and I think Adam, we had Aaron on, Aaron Biebert on a show right before the end of the Kickstarter, and man, I was like really like gung ho with that one. But like, since I've been kind of away from stuff, I haven't had any progress. I haven't really checked the progress.
They're still filming.
The latest with that?
Yeah.
I think they've recently gone into vape shops and done stuff like that where they're going at the business side of it too.
Nice.
So that's gonna be an interesting thing. I know they've done interviews with like doctors.
Did they get glance?
Ha! if only.
Right. I'll hog tie his fat ass out and drag him to fucking some yard to get interviewed.
Backyard wrestling scenario.
Right.
Oh man, I remember the backyard wrestling videos. Those were fucking.
So, but I mean, it's going well. Though it hasn't been shut down, or it's not done, or what?
It's going good. They're still in filming. They're still traveling. It's
nice.
I like seeing the progress of it. It's really cool.
I'm gonna hit up Aaron. See
yeah. He posted yesterday that he wanted to know if there was any other films / documentaries or short films, around surrounding nicotine, because he would like to involve it as a different perspective. But I also wanted to say, unfortunately for the US, and obviously things are up shit creek in Australia. Yes, it might be the right timing, but there are also other places in the world that will benefit from this kind of research and movie, I think, at the right time. So that's the whole the big thing, I think, right? It's worldwide, not.
Yeah,
for sure. We're just being selfish, bro.
Yep. I've got the worst country, motherfucker.
You do, but you know what? You're fucking still surviving, so kudos to you.
Yeah.
I got to do it in the garage, as you can see.
Yeah.
In his house, they're watching him, so he has to do it in the garage where the signal's bad.
Yeah.
And so they can't keep an eye on him. Government official peeks his head through the door. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I guess Todd's reviews had the right idea this whole time.
Right? Shed life, bro.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Go out in the shed.
Yeah.
Oh, the shed.
So
James does the hashtag shed life, but for a different reason.
Smoking that reefer, goddamn hippies.
Yeah.
So second bullet point on that bill, that was the longest sidetrack. I think that was a record. That was a record sidetrack we got on there. That was fun.
Are we doing Buffett's? I got a cool Buffett.
No, I was just trying to get to the second bullet point of this article.
Oh, shit.
There's
Maybe that's what happens.
There's like 6 of them, but
I brought the fleshlight though. I brought the fleshlight because
I was gonna bring mine out, but I didn't have any RDA that was like clean, so I feel like fudging with it.
Red Bull. Red Bull gives you heart disease.
Yeah.
Second bullet point is prohibit online sales. Fuck them.
That's the one. That's the killer.
Yeah, I mean
That's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
And then the other one is collect the $100 million in user fees.
I think before you actually used to be around 80 million. I mean, there's if you go watch That's What She Said stream, Danielle Jones, which works for CASA, went a lot more into detail of what this bill is actually doing. So viewers, go check out that show. Amazing fucking people. Amazing.
That was a great show.
Great fucking show. I loved every fucking second of it.
I watched it.
It
I
was
forgot
amazing.
to comment though, so people would know that I watched it. But
I think they sensed you. They're like,
yeah,
Malone's watching.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the live because I didn't even know, that they were doing it on Thursdays. So I was out of the loop on that one. So now I know, and I
do it
subscribed.
right after Grim stream. So his
Okay,
vlog.
well then that makes sense. $100 million in user fees, which is fucking retarded. That's like to make up for that lost tax revenue.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen anyway eventually.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's happening.
Prohibit sales to anyone under 21. That's bullshit.
Pretty much making every state T21.
Yeah, that's just fucking retarded.
Illinois just
Plain
came
simple.
T21 last month.
The thing is like, okay, their argument is that if you raise the speed limit, right? that was a horrible. Okay, if you raise the age limit, you're gonna stop all these kids from vaping because they're not gonna be able to get this stuff.
Of
right?
course.
They're
How
never
could you
gonna be able to
possibly
get
get
their
something?
hands on it in a million years. If we raise it to 21,
Sounds like a win to me. I don't see any way around that.
You guys want to know how I got my cigarettes when I was fucking 13 years old? I got somebody who was of age to get it for me.
exactly.
I looked like this when I was 13, so I just went in the fucking store and bought them.
Jesus.
Hey, how
I was able
How
to
old
buy
are you?
cigarettes and alcohol when I was like 15 years old, though.
how old do you have to be to buy weed?
To buy weed?
21?
They make it like
21.
21. So in legal states, it's 21 and up. So they treat it like,
Yep.
with like the driving laws too, they treat it like alcohol.
Yeah.
Which pretty much I'm curious. I've never even researched how they measure it on a
It's got to be a blood test.
like a mobile basis. I don't know.
I don't think blood tests. The most accurate, I think it's the cotton swab, the mouth swab.
Either a mouth swab, but good thing they don't do hair follicle swabs because you'd be screwed either way.
Oh yeah, no.
That stuff stays back like
You
6
can't
months.
do like a piss test or because that doesn't determine the time because it sticks, in your system for so long. I think mouth swab is the only way to do it, but then still that's like within 24 hours, I think.
Yeah.
So if you consumed anything within 24 hours, then
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't help when the officer pulls you over and then the officer walks up to your window, you roll down your window and just whoa.
yeah,
You're like,
Yeah.
"Ah."
doesn't really help. And then
Stuck with weed.
what else? Orders FDA to issue a rule on the regulation of that's super fucking that's kind of whoops. Make my
Here, repeat
internet
what you
be
said,
stupid.
Mo, because you kind of
Yeah, my internet was being stupid. Orders FDA to issue a rule on the regulation of products using synthetic nicotine. So any product, basically, they can make whatever rules they want.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
That
like that's
That
kind of
goes back
ridiculous.
to ambiguity, man.
Like
Yeah,
I said
black
earlier,
white.
that's going to give them more
Just
power
right.
if they want.
That's like what was it, Maine with the e-liquid container
Mhm.
law that they were trying to pass? It's like, well, what does that mean? You know?
Yeah.
It basically means, and the way I'm reading it, is that they can make up any rule for anything that uses synthetic nicotine. So
Well, that's been something that they've been trying to nib for a long time because that's always been kind of a weird little out if we had to at some point, is because everything's based around calling us a tobacco product. But if
Right.
we're not synthesizing or we're not getting our tobacco or our nicotine from tobacco, then it's like, oh, well, that's our out. So
Think
they've
of
always
all
been trying to
juices
figure
out
out a way
there.
to like get
Yeah.
that into something in order that we stay underneath their umbrella.
Think of if all juices out there use TFN. What would they
Right.
do then?
they'd be screwed.
Because then
And
you can actually say there's no tobacco derived anything in this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how we can go out there and say, how do you consider us a tobacco product when there's nothing related to tobacco in our liquids, devices, nothing.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Like
synthesizer.
whatever happened
Yeah.
to that shit? That shit died down pretty quick. That TFN stuff, it was like all the rage like 3 years
Some
ago or
juices
some shit.
I know some juices still use it.
Yeah.
There's companies out there do it. It's not as many as you.
It just it made the cost of the e-liquid so expensive that people
Yeah.
just wouldn't buy it.
It's cost prohibitive. It was always going to be, the synthesized nicotine thing was always going to be like a last bastion of hope. I mean, and if the company's got enough fucking deep pockets to keep making it, and there's a few people that still got enough money to keep buying it, then that's a thing. But that would have, like the PMTAs, that would have priced some of the companies out on its own.
Didn't Jacoby say in the Vaping with Yomi stream that there is a state that has separated, vaping and
There's
tobacco?
a couple of them.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I know one of them is one of them is down south somewhere.
Washington State
I'll
is
say
one.
Arkansas, but I don't know if that's right. And then-
Washington State
And
is
what-
one.
yeah, Washington State.
That
Yeah,
happened
I
like
think
almost a
there's
year ago
more
too.
than that too, but-
So Washington State has had that regulation in there for a while now. Almost, it's been almost at least almost a year and a half, almost 2 years that they've been like that, which is awesome. That's a great
So-
first.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know about that. Why isn't that being, talked about effectively, that someone has actually made the distinction, and that's like an example,
Well, yeah, when it happened, it was talked about for
Yeah.
a day or two. Just like I said before, man, it's the stories that are positive and help to advance our narrative and are something that might get some of those people that are on the fence about vaping or don't understand vaping. Those kind of things would fucking help the shit out of us to get the fucking right message out to the public, which is all that matters at this point. That's what we don't need to talk to each other about this shit. We all know this shit, but the problem is the average person doesn't understand anything. And when you show that a state within the United States says, "Oh yeah, well no, that's not the same. That's not tobacco. No, this is something different."
Yeah.
And that will mean something to some random person that has no idea what vaping is. Like, oh well, it's not cigarettes. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Would you say that it's
there for one day and then they go away, and then we talk about doom and gloom.
Next flavor band.
would you say that is it done by a state that is progressive, or is it done by a state who is smart in being able to assess the difference between the two?
I would say the state that's smart be able to identify between the two.
Well, but with those kind of things, it was probably a savvy senator or just somebody in the legislature that found a way to get it in as their own agenda piece, and it snuck its way in. Honestly, I mean, I can't imagine there was some big grassroots movement of people that like made that happen. I think it was probably a legislator that got a wild hair up his ass and did something rad. So
It's kind of like when you pull your pants down and run through a cornfield backwards, right? It just, that corn sneaks up on you.
I'm trying to picture that in my head and kind of
That corn just
kind of
sneaks right up on
back to
you.
want to vomit and getting a boner at the same time. It's weird.
What did I miss? Who's doing what?
You're taking your pants off and running backwards in a cornfield.
I can do that.
That's why I've said holding back the vomit and going from 6 o'clock to noon.
Slackers
dear.
is in here. What's up, dude? Oh, Legion Vapes. He made it.
Uh-oh.
What's up, man? Oh, and the great Cornholio himself, Chris Vandal. Thanks
Oh,
for
fucking Christ. This is. I'm saying I know something, but fuck off,
That
asshole.
was the best impression of you I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty real.
It was.
I love you, Vandal.
All right. Last bullet point on this article, which I posted a long time ago in the chat. I'll do it one more again since we're on the last one. If anybody wants to read it, feel free. Get mad.
Let me
Tell people about
let
it.
me get furious on this.
And then the last bullet point is extends all FDA rules on sales and marketing of cigarettes to vaping products, including advertising rules. So basically, all your pretty companies' Instagrams and social media shit will be gone.
So here's my takeaway from those bullet points. And Adam, do you know where I'm going? Because it just showed up on your doorstep. This is basically the exact same piece of legislation that just fucking destroyed South Australia.
Mm-hmm.
FYI.
Yep. Sad.
And do you know who?
That last bullet point, though. Oh,
Do you
sorry.
know who this last bullet point is going to ruin more than anybody? These fucking trickers. I can go off for hours on how I feel about this.
I'd love to see it. Do it.
Oh,
So before you get started, one of my main goals with having Corey on was that I love fucking Corey. I love him. I want to have little babies with him. He's a little sweet. But I need him to fucking put some bass in your voice. Put some dick in that shit. Now get angry and yell at me.
I can't yell at you. I love you too much.
Oh,
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. You're the last person who would get me fucking angry.
I'll throw you in the fucking deep end of the pool to see if you can goddamn swim. Come on.
No, you'd be my floaty. You'd be honest. You'd be
I
my
know.
water.
I mean, no. Please stand me down.
You try to throw at me and you never let go. You're like, oh shit, I'm going with.
So go ahead.
It's
Go crazy. Let's hear it.
Okay. You see how many trickers are out there that have how many followers? Like, let's take this fucking Vape Tyler douchebag.
That guy's a fucking piece of shit.
I literally want to.
Hey, Vape Tyler. Fuck you, you little fucking douchebag.
Yeah, it would involve stomping heads into curbs. I wouldn't want to do that.
I'm good at that.
Or hitting people with moving vehicles. I don't know. It's one of those things where you see all these trickers out there who have how many hundreds of thousands of people subscribe to their social media. You think about it.
There's only 4 fucking tricks.
Literally, yeah.
There's only 4 fucking tricks.
You're blowing an O, and you're pushing stuff through it or making it go different directions or splitting it or doing some other shit where you're putting in your ass. I don't fucking know.
But
So these trickers have such a big following, and none of them that I know of do anything with their freaking the kind of social media power they have to do anything about saving this industry. Nothing. No advocacy. There's only the one that I know of.
Tristan Vapes.
Okay.
Who's a tricker. I mean, he's just a straight up tricker. And I mean, it's not like he's not getting crazy with it, but he's doing something. And then of course,
Peachy.
Hannah. I mean,
Peachy. Yeah. She's done the most out of any tricker I've ever fucking seen. Which if I had to support a tricker, she would be the one I support. Because she's in it for the right fucking reason. She's in it for the right reason. She knows what this industry is going through, and she's going to use her output to try to save this industry. And that's what we need. Mm-hmm. If we used all the guys from fucking like VGod and all them, if they fucking started posting advocacy like crazy, do you know how much advocacy would gain in this fucking industry? Don't mind the fucking rice burn motherfucker across the street shooting at fucking cars. I want to slash fucking tires. Okay. Are you done
the
yet?
biggest one.
Really? Jesus fucking Christ. My favorite one was the guy who blew the O out of his ass. Even if it was photoshopped, he just had his legs up and threw the jeans and and then he pushed it with his foot. It was the greatest thing in the fucking world. Like, if I could fart O's, I wouldn't be on YouTube doing advocacy stuff. I'd just be farting fucking tricks. That's if Chuck, whenever Chuck coughs, I will donate $1 to Kasa. Keep tricking. Keep tricking. Damn it. Okay, there's $1.
Holla at me, B God. Holla.
Holla, 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 holla. So one other thing that I wanted to share, and then we can do our buffet. This article, I love this article so much. I think I heard somebody else talking about it too. I'm gonna post it right now in the chat so y'all can read. If you
Right, nifty one.
If you can read and like to read, I
Australia.
suggest you read. But this article takes the stance of the FDA. This is the headline right here. FDA created the youth vaping epidemic. Now it's doubling down.
Well, that's a goddamn fact.
Check this out though. Check this. This article is so good. But there's this one paragraph. It's down a ways, but it says right here. Many well-meaning public health. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Many well-meaning public health campaigns backfire, actually causing the opposite of their intended effect. Take the My Anti-Drug campaign. A national marketing effort was meant to reduce teen drug use. A government accountability office study that's also cited in here with a hyperlink found that it was ineffective and worse, counterproductive, actually increasing youth drug use. And if anybody gets their tinfoil hats on with me, I've said this before on the show. This is what they want. This is why they're doing that. They want to create that epidemic. This is what they want.
You guys a prime example of that. Schools that are trying to promote for teens and stuff to not vape, they're posting posters in like the bathrooms and stuff right above the urinal where it's like, oh, don't vape, blah blah. It tells you all the things wrong with it. And what is a teenager's main goal in life when you're growing up? To go get a fucking authority.
That's what it says in that article.
So the schools are doing that, and what are the kids seeing? Oh, they don't want me to do this. I'm gonna go out and fucking do this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where fucking
see that goes back to the child appealing labels, right? And it was a mainstream news story. It was what's the guy's name? Stossel, John Stossel, the mustache.
Brett Sausage.
Is it Brett? Yeah. Anyway, so he did a story, and they were talking about advertising to children and how vaping is advertising to children with these child appealing labels, which I said earlier is bullshit because it is. And then they brought up the fact, which is a fact, that the only people that have ever fucking straight up marketed to children like children is the motherfucking FDA with their commercials. That's it. And they've done it incessantly since they began their fucking plan. That I mean, this is not, they're not like winging it here. This shit's been in place for a long time.
You guys see the fucking YouTube campaign freaking commercial they done?
Yeah.
Have you guys see the one with the metal? The
metal?
Frickin, like the death metal freaking streamers talking about fucking vapes and shit?
No.
I don't.
I'm at loss for fucking words with that shit because I'm a metalhead myself.
Is it the Muppet Baby?
It's literally a guy wearing like fucking Guar outfit, shit, and fucking saying about how fucking vaping's bad for you. Like what? I literally saw this today. I was like, I'm about to lose my fucking shit.
Don't be a fool. Ditch the jewel.
Oh.
Stick it in your prison pocket or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Fuck.
Where I keep all my valuables.
That's where you sleep, Chuck. You used to sleep in my ass.
Oh, thanks for subscribing, Pooned. Appreciate that.
I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed, so I got to change
That's
that.
okay. I don't know if I'm subscribed to you on this YouTube login. So
I keep on forgetting to have a fucking YouTube.
I will remedy that if I am not. And that's all I have. So if we want to, let's get started with the buffet. Poon.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all tongues today.
Your wife must be ecstatic.
I was about to say, my pants are going off right now.
I'm all tongues today. I don't know what's wrong
All
with me.
you're going to hear is a zzz. Zipper's down and ready to roll.
Zip.
So is it me?
So, yep. That's you.
Okay. Let's see what I got. What do I got? Okay. Ardent, White Dreamer, DHD, Ghost. I think it's the Ghost tip. Yeah. Matchy batchy. The one thing about it is I need to get like my hands on the top of it so the color can match because I know this is like the white that's just full of like hand stains. So I just need to hold the freaking top cap for like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And in there I got some Glaz blueberry cake.
Oh yeah.
See, a lot of
It's-
people
it's-
making that.
It's been like steeped for over a year. I mean, look, it's been in my drawer so long the label's peeling back.
So sweet.
Is that is that the same glass that does like the real fancy looking bottles?
Yep.
That are like coil killers, but it's really good.
Oh, this shit is so steeped where it's a coil and cotton killer, but I fucking love it anyways because it tastes so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
It is a good flavor.
Hey, treat yourself, girl. Treat yourself.
Damn right. I just need to buy more cotton. And then next I got my Lazy Vapor DNA 75C 21700.
Ah,
I just
Nice.
love it.
Oh,
So fucking beautiful. With my Haku Phenom on top, new cap. I was using on the homies. I'm just looking at that drip tip, like it just looks like a penis. I'm just gonna put my mouth on it right now.
Just put that in your nose.
You want me to? I can.
That was awesome.
And then in there, I got some transistors, LSD, lemon sugar drop. Amazing, like my all day, every day.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna save my best for last, but next I got my zero. It's 12 milligram Daldime clove.
oh,
Literally,
Oh,
fucking.
yeah, you on that clove train? Miss Michelle got you on that clove train?
She made it when I got my Daldime. She made a 12 milligram specifically for me. So, because I've been telling her for months that I want to try a 12 milligram, and this is where the fucking clove shines.
Yeah. Oh, my Danta.
And then, of course, last but not least, I can't leave my fucking house without it now because it just like goes with me everywhere. Aspermagco, Tormund,
Oh,
my
just
baby,
Son of a bitch.
my baby. Like he goes with me everywhere.
So when we get
Recoil-
married, does that mean that we get joint custody?
no.
I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Not even available.
Recoil Rebel PhD. I think that's the. I don't remember which one this is. I think that's not the cop. I forgot what fucking color it is.
Sparkle Maple.
No, it's not the sparkle maple. I don't think it's the blood orange one. I don't know. It's one of the freaking many.
Get your shit straight before you start talking about it.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth, okay?
Hey, come on. Quit busting your balls over here.
Freaking.
Got a fucking monarch.
I fucking love it. And then there, I got some transistors, freaking Karango,
Chill.
caramel mango, and I'm dripping on my fucking desk.
Oh.
I heard it. Where'd it go?
Chubby Gorilla. Patented.
Fucking patent like shit. That's what it's patent like. Fucking learn how to make a damn fucking bottle for shit. And that's me. Yeah.
Get a consistent bottle.
Who's next? Who wants to go next?
You pass
Up
it
to
off
you.
to whoever you feel is worthy.
Let's go to Mr. Breeze Tones.
Oh. I've got my gear sent to me by Mr. Malone, Inican Oceanus. That has the one in it because I've been just getting back into this. I also have,
Althea juice.
yeah, the Althea juice. Bonza 1.5 proton, Inican proton again. I didn't realize, double troubles. That has got Mr. Labworks shortcake ice cream in it, strawberry shortcake. And I thought I'd do something a little bit different because I came into vaping late-ish, and the Drop Dead is my favorite addy. I thought I'd do the progression. So I've got the Drop on top of a Draco. I'm running all the same liquids in this. So that's the Drop. And then I move to the Dead Rabbit. So I've got this on top of my Beta mod, which is just doesn't matter. Then I also have the Drop Dead with the Ghost tip as well, Mr. Pooned Sauce. And then the Dead Goat. So I've got the
fucking
history,
love
I
that.
guess.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it's really interesting because the Drop, I can see how this changed the game, like that whole situation and how that changed the game for vaping when it came out. But it's interesting, and I wasn't a fan. The chamber is so big. I don't run those big rowdy rowdy builds, but I can now going back to it. I get it. And also a little bit of a Superb, not the white label, but this is the Diamond Gummy in whatever that's called. That's called a Lost Vape Orion.
Is that the Q or the regular?
No, I don't have any of the others except the regular. I've got two of these. Yeah. Oh, pow!
A.
Ching ching. And that's me. Mr. Chuck.
I gotta see what this motherfucker's got.
I was gonna say, Patrick King.
Smock
not
G
friends
Priv.
anymore. You can't break Aspen mods and be friends with me, so cut out. Speaking of Patrick King, got the I still don't know what it's called, but Patrick gave it to me and I like it, and thank you, with the what is that? The Axial.
Axial. Oh,
And
I want one of those
Chop Top from Gus. I don't know any of the names.
Is it the Odin?
Hmm?
The Odin by Immortal?
Give that man a fucking prize. I believe that's it. Yeah. And thing I'm always using. Desire, whatever. Comet,
Oh, is that the cut squat?
Freestones.
Oh, is that the
Yep.
cut? Yeah. Dude, you see what they're fucking selling that thing for? Back in the day.
I got this for $10.
Yeah, fucking right, man.
Yeah. And
Holy
this is, I use this more than anything now. It's just, I don't know, it just feels good in your hand, man. And I'm even squonking with it. I used to put my Hellbeast sub-ohm tank on it and just take the bottle out because squonking's fucking lame. But like, I'm even doing it now. It's crazy. That's how much I like it.
The fucking
And
training wheels off, bud.
I've got the fleshlight in for Porn Stash McPower Bottom because he loves his stacky stacks.
What is that?
This is a
What is that?
unicorn.
Oh,
The
yeah.
MTX,
Unicorns stacked on top of each other.
yeah.
The
With a
MDX.
fucking Recoil Rebel and some Breeze Tones.
Oh,
got that. I got an actual one of the VapeWorks that dock tips from recoilrda.com. None of that bullshit. Yeah, it's all right. I still don't like it that much. And the best thing, you guys ready for this?
Did you bring her back out?
Are you ready for this?
You brought her back out, didn't you?
We've
Yes.
got
Yes.
the Porn Stash Power Bottom limited edition motherfucking rage.
one of one.
And what's on there is actually kind of crazy. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. So this is a original Bonza barrel with a anarchist riot chuff cap on a Vandy Vape mesh RDA deck with a single Freestones in it.
There's a whole lot of fucked up shit going in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I start digging through stuff to try and find something. I'm like, hey, let's see if I can make something that works.
Fucking
What's that?
Frankenstein.
That this goes here and that goes there, and oh my god, it fits.
And that's what I got. Maybe we could talk about the rage a little bit later. But Beardy McFucker Pants, you're up.
They're gonna want to hear that story.
I'm only vaping on 2 things, so this won't be very long.
Oh wait. Hold up. Vape Malone juices. That's all I'm vaping. That's it.
Well, thank you for that. That's all I'm vaping on too, is Vape Malone juices. I brought out this old beater right here.
Battle stuff?
Yeah, dude.
Oh fuck.
What is that?
Yeah, I found this I found this somewhere in my house, and I was like, dude, I took this thing to Mexico with me and dropped it and did all kinds of stupid shit with it, and it still works.
That's a big yellow mod, man. What the fuck is that?
It's really not that big.
Oh, it's not
probably
big.
like one of the
It's
smaller
definitely fucking yellow.
dual 18650 mods out there.
What is it?
But I got the gear on top. The Battlestar. Moant Battlestar.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know, it was super cheap. And it was banana yellow. And I was like super into Baywatch at the time. And I was like, dude,
Makes me think of banana hammocks that I wanted.
yeah, I love banana hammocks. And I'm like, gosh, you gotta give me one of those things. So I got one. And it has the gear on top. And e-liquid inside is the coconut butthole with that's another $1. So and it has this one. I changed it a little bit. I put a little bit of sweet tangerine by Capella in it, and trying to get a blue Hawaiian. Not quite there yet, but almost. So, and then I have the Kennedy Ruby with the intake blue drip tip, with Breeze Tones coils inside, and Princess Peach Fuzz inside.
Princess Peach Fuzz. Oh my.
Yeah. That's a Princess Peach Fuzz is a peach strawberry. Coconut butthole is exactly what it sounds like, but with a little bit of sweet tangerine.
You understand that it causes me issues when you say the name of that liquid.
Why?
Because he has to put it up to his mouth.
Well, he doesn't have any
Because
debate.
I think it's so fantastic that I have to break out into song.
I
The
have
little
a banana.
self-respect Chuck has left with him is like it goes down the drain when he puts coconut butthole to his mouth.
Well, it should. But yeah, I have banana butthole too.
Rocking that
Just-
too, I forgot.
That just seems like a gaping situation.
Right? I just don't have any of it made right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So are we?
Yeah, for all those people that are still waiting on the juice for me, probably next week because I'll actually have some free time since I lost my job. Cool. Next, moving right along.
Way to down everybody out, man.
Well, that's what we do on this show. We fucking get super bummy and then we bring it right back up at the
Right.
end sometimes.
Like a emotional roller coaster. So, I kind of wanted to get a little bit back to what Corey's doing because I don't know, I don't care if you mind. So yeah, he actually hit me up, before he started, and we talked about it a little bit because it probably has to do with I kind of did something along those lines,
Mhm.
and I was real flattered that he thought of me when he was making his plans for this.
Well, because I knew that you were doing what you did with the YouTube was because you were trying to get the Instagram videos that you did all the time and get them onto a platform where they can be longer than fucking 20, 30 seconds. And then you could actually get a better point across. And I was thinking, there's not enough people out there that are doing that. Plus,
Exactly.
I don't think I have the patience. I don't think I have the patience for editing with like reviews and all that shit. What I thought I was going to do is I'm just going to do live shows and just talk about advocacy, talk about people, talk about the community. Because I have 2 shows I do right now. I have the What's in the News Poon Sauce, which is every Wednesday at 7:30 Central Time.
It's a plug.
And then I have Saturdays, which is what I like to call my first episode was last Saturday, and it's called What's Your Story, which pretty much
James.
James was my first guest. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to get everyday vapors on the show and tell the world how they started vaping and what they did to get into vaping and all that kind of stuff. Tell them their vaping story, because I felt like if somebody that doesn't vape as much as we do, like the hobbyist side of it, like we do, here's a story like that, they can get inspired to kind of, because everybody has to know a smoker, everybody does, who hasn't transitioned to vaping. If they can hear the stories of these people that I bring on, because I'm just going to bring on everyday people, everyday vapors that I talk to on a daily basis. I want them on. I want to hear their story. I want the world to hear their story. So bring them on, have them tell their story, and then that person that's not into the hobbyist side of it, like we are, get inspired to possibly find that smoker that hasn't found vaping yet, and help them with the transition, help them make a healthier alternative in their life, which I feel like would be. I want to make something positive out of this channel because there is not enough of it in this industry. Everything that's going on in this industry now is all negative bullshit.
Yep.
Things going downhill, things just going to shit. Plus, if bringing light to the end of the very long tunnel we're in is something that needs to be done, because it will light the fire under people's ass, and it might have other people start doing what I'm doing. Who knows?
Yeah.
I would love that.
Good.
I would love that. I would love inspiring others to do more. That's what I want to do. I want showing that an everyday person like me can go take time out of my day, out of working my 9 to 5, and come home and still do this. Because I may not have the biggest voice, but what's the point of having a voice and not using it the correct way? So that's why I do it.
Exactly. And yeah, man, I was, and I like the idea of keeping it with live stuff.
I can't edit for shit, so I don't even know what.
That was one of the hardest parts about what I was doing, was that I was trying to do everything, because the way, like the project that I was doing about flavors or whatever, it's kind of it's kind of a similar kind of idea. It was just more to get like every average person's kind of story, but it was more based around flavors, obviously. But the thing was, I was worried about the every everyday average person being able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's kind of a daunting idea to be like, oh, you want me to go live on YouTube? You know what I mean? And so I made the decision kind of early to like do a thing and then edited it. But that became very problematic, because most of those flavor project interviews I did were 2-3 hours long. And so I have to edit, and that editing is what just kind of, man.
It takes more time than actually doing the interview with somebody.
Oh God, yes. Oh, dude. I mean, for every hour that you're doing this, to edit that, you got at least another hour. So I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's a great idea, and I definitely like the both. I like both shows. You got to get that talk to text shit out of there.
Yeah. That'll be a work in progress. Yeah. It makes it fun too, though. You gotta admit.
It does.
Because Michelle, I'm like fucking with me and just funny and making me lose my train of thought and just sitting there like I
know, right? Well, so how are you doing? I mean, it was kind of a running joke on Vaping with the Homies that it was hard to get Corey to actually say anything.
Yeah.
So they had to like, hey man, what's in the news, Pooned sauce? So that got him rolling, right? This is the progression of this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, it is.
But
it's not wrong, but you're on the right track.
Yeah. And it's been fucking really cool to see, because I know Corey from talking to him, just in real life talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking real sharp guy, and he's real fucking passionate about this stuff. And it's just cool to see the progression from being like, kind of like, I don't know, to like, now he's like, yeah, dude, fuck it, let's go live.
The guys on the Omis, they're my brothers. I wouldn't be where I am with having the passion that I have now if it wasn't for them. They've helped me grow my passion. They've helped me get out of my comfort zone and push me to what they think I could be my very best, which I give them so many props for. I wouldn't fucking trade those guys for the world. They're my brothers, ride or die. I wouldn't fucking change anything out of it. And the way they've pushed me to be my own person. Take what I do and run with it. That's what inspired me to do it. The confidence other people have in me, I got to have that confidence in myself and have that voice out there to do what I think is right. And that's what I'm doing with it. That's what I'm trying to do with it. And let's see what happens. I'm along for the ride. It's going to be a fun ride. There might be some ups, there may be some downs, but that's fucking life, man.
Well,
fucking truck through it.
Sloppy mouth hug from this guy next time you see you.
Okay.
And that's a threat.
That's a promise. Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait,
it's the truth, though, and even
okay.
Even changing the way we look at things. I just wrote that in the comments, but even the way that I use social media now, I got rid of all of the stuff that I don't want to see because I was sick of bitching to everyone about what it is that I am seeing, and I've changed my feed to actually cultivate what I want to see. So yes, there's some negativity, but it's just repeating the news stuff that we see. But now all I'm seeing is 3/4 advocacy. So I think even the whole preaching to the choir thing, we can also change it, the way that we view the narrative and all of that situation. So, you know, changing stuff in ourselves and changing things in others is the biggest challenge that we have.
Yeah.
I think that 3/4 advocacy thing is because motherfuckers are like, oh man, so like these vaping trick things could go away? I had no idea. No.
Yeah, you want to know how they're going to do that? By pulling away the fucking sponsorships.
Right.
Like, but
These kids don't have fucking jobs.
it's
You
been
kidding me?
vaping has been like trying to fucking go away since it got popular. You know what I mean? This is a upsetting the system type of shit right here. It's been doomed since day one. Let's be honest, right?
It's the punk rock of NRTs.
It really is. And you know, it's even the Wild West wasn't the Wild West forever.
Nope.
Yep. What was the name
Oh.
of that the bill they're trying to pass? The teen vaping situation. What was the name of that again?
It is called Reversing the Youth Tobacco Epidemic Act.
Yeah. Well.
Reversing the shit that we did with more legislation. Act.
How about reversing?
Extravaganza!
Yeah. Is it Y Cherry Y or Jim McDonald? Is that his name from Vaping 360? He posted a little.
Jim McDonald's the one that actually wrote this article.
Yeah. He posted on Twitter a really interesting thing that I responded to the other day, and it's our use of the language and the term addiction. He talked about caffeine. You know, caffeine and being someone that's worked in the coffee industry so long, I've used that term coffee addict as a way to describe, you know, myself and my colleagues who work in the industry. And I'd never felt so ashamed when he said the word addict, you know, when he was putting it into context of obviously the serious connotation or the real, you know, definition of the term. And I instantly had to respond because it was just like, okay, this is happening so much in so many industries, you know, where is that misappropriating? Is that the word? Language?
Well, yeah, the nomenclature gets fucking muddied and just like shit. Words start losing their meaning if you use them incorrectly long enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. But I had to respond. I couldn't help myself because I was like, man, that's me. way to make me feel ashamed of myself, man.
And the one thing on this article too, there's a cool thing that Greg Connolly did, which I think was awesome. Representative Frank Pallone, I don't fuck how you care fucking say his name. What he put on Twitter was, it's time for Congress to combat the rise of the youth nicotine use. That's why I announced legislation yesterday in Edison that will help stop this dangerous trend. And what Greg Connolly tweeted back was, all you're doing is protecting Altria's cigarette empire and trying to shut down small business in your district.
Yep.
Which hits the fucking nail right on top of the fucking head.
Oh yeah.
And we can all fucking agree on that.
Oh yeah, no.
Yep.
Greg, man, he's good, man.
Yeah, he's really good.
That's why he's the guy we send to the TV station.
Yep.
he's quick.
There's so many great advocators out there that are doing so much behind the scenes. It's insane. Like James Jarvis for the Ohio Association, he does a great fucking thing. I mean, what's his name? David, what's his last name? Shit. The Winston man.
Oh, yeah.
What the way I like on Expos and stuff, the way he talks.
Gerlitz.
David Gerlitz.
Gerlitz.
The guy he gives us the inside perspective of the cigarette industry, and the words he comes out with, he pumps everybody up. That's why I love that he, like at advocacy panels at shows, he's the first guy on the floor to get everybody's blood freaking pumping on this, because we need people to be pumped up. We need people to be excited for advocacy.
Yeah. Well, there's two sides to that coin, though, right? Mm-hmm. So, obviously, I've seen some of the NVE advocacy panel.
I have my own thoughts on that.
You know, and so you talk about, let's get them pumped up, let's get them fired up. Yeah, that's good. I enjoy that, especially at an expo and in that kind of atmosphere. It's warranted, I guess. But the problem with, I mean, it'd be good to have Dave go last and then have some other people talk maybe, because what happens is when you have 4 or 5 people set to talk in a panel like this, and they're all in that fired up mainframe or mindset, it becomes a whole lot of fucking white noise real fucking quick. And when you're fired up and when you're trying to be motivational and you're trying to fucking get out your message and you want people to feel it, that's when you start making no goddamn sense and you start repeating yourself, and your message gets lost in the fucking jarble of the fucking spectacle. Yeah. Right?
That's the one thing.
That's when you need people that are calm and rational and can explain things to people in a way that is palatable to everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We also need to get like 10 speakers to speak for 5 minutes apiece rather than fucking 3 speakers at 45 minutes apiece. Because guess what?
One thing
that 5 minutes in, people are already tuned out, bro. They're like, "Oh, there's a fucking cloud cop going over here, boys. Let's go."
That was my one con on the NV advocacy panel, is it just took way too long. If it would have been a lot better if they broke it up throughout the day. Okay, so you have like 8 hours of a show of just everybody, new people showing up every fucking 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. There's always somebody new walking in the damn door.
Yeah, man, you have to. That's the thing is, people don't understand. Like, advertising works both ways. You know what I mean? If you want to advertise this advocacy shit, you know, you have to do it in a way that people can digest, just like all the other shit that they're being fed.
Like how you can say radio, for instance, to where they have a time of where the music plays, and then they have like a 5-minute thing where there's ads.
Yep.
And then another, like maybe they have like their hour marathon of just nonstop music, and then they go back to maybe 5-10 minutes of ads. It could be the same way with shows, to where, say, 2 hours of just show going on, 10-15 minutes of like advocacy on an advocacy panel where somebody talks, or maybe like 2 people talk.
Well, yeah, that's a problem with the event promoters. I mean, they're the ones that set up the event as far as how things are going to roll, how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that. And
they set the advocacy times for like long length.
It's an afterthought.
Yeah.
And what it is, oh shit, yeah, we got that going. When are we going to throw that in? Let's give them a block. Let's give them a block right here. There's no discussion like you guys just had around like, oh, well, what would be the most beneficial way to both the guests and the speakers? You know what I mean? Because if I'm number 3 out of 5 and the first 2 just spent 20 minutes rambling like a fucking moron, and then, oh, hey, it's my turn now. Everybody's already tuned the fuck out. Great, thanks. It's not fair to the speakers as well, you know. So I don't know.
I've got a question. The more people that I meet, you know, particularly in advocacy or vapors, and you know, everyone kind of knows everybody and all that situation. How is it that we can't get people to all align to be fighting the same fight? Like when you hear about this group doesn't like this group because they're going from a different, you know, angle, or this head of advocacy doesn't like that head of advocacy. You know, it's that situation of, okay, so are you asking me to draw a line on who I'm going to support? You know, why are we not trying to do that more as well?
Because anybody that heads anything has an ego, and people with egos don't get along.
And the big thing you got to get away from too is a lot of those people that are saying stuff like that are going against different organizations. They're keyboard warriors. They will just sit out behind their phone or their computer and stir the pot.
Yeah,
I want to do.
And plus,
they may not feel like it. They may not have that same opinion, but they're doing it to stir the fucking pot because that's how their mind works.
And plus, most of these organizations,
Becky,
as well as individuals, they all have an agenda. They all have somebody that they have to appease. I mean, whether or not people want to accept that, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but it's the way the world works. It's the way it's always worked. It's the way it's always going to work. So until people start growing up and understanding that you know, it is what it is, and we got to find ways around that, you know?
Well, all I'm going to say is it doesn't nice being, it's not a nice feeling knowing that I'm part of the collateral damage if we lose.
Right.
Yep. Anyway, sorry.
Society.
I'll let it go now. I let it go. Yeah.
I would like to.
Hi, Amy. I had a little sign thing, but I lost it. Sorry.
Wow.
Make it bigger, man.
I would like to respond to your guys's, the back and forth here with this link I'm about to drop in chat.
Booyah.
That's the lyrics to Society by Pennywise.
I know those lyrics. I don't got to click on that one.
I know you don't. Yeah, so go ahead and check out those lyrics and the song.
Dang-a-lang. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
one of my favorite songs ever.
yeah, one of mine too. Such a good album.
Fucking A.
Full circle, man.
Can I just change I'm going to change the subject really quickly. The Dead Rabbit's pretty good. Everyone should probably go out and buy one of those. It's not a bad addy.
You might be a little bit late on that marketing channel, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they sold a lot of those things. They probably can't even find one no more.
Yeah.
Where's Heathen at? Is he still on that island that he bought?
If you like.
Oh, fuck.
He bought an island?
I don't fucking know. I think he remodeled his fucking house, whatever. But
Oh,
it's still a good Addy.
The Dead Rabbit. I have
Yeah.
the Dead Rabbit SQ. I had the drop. And I have the drop in it.
About the dead goat, but I don't remember where the cap went.
I don't have the dead goat yet.
I found my deck.
Oh,
That was
that's what
in
you said.
I found my deck. I used both hands.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I don't know where the fucking cap went. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait, are you hiding under there? There you are, you old bastard.
I think Jangalang's having a go at you, Chuck.
Usually.
You know nothing about it, about a dead rabbit. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because I know, yeah.
There she is.
What is that? Oh, that's the goat? The dead goat?
I love it 10 times more than I like the dead rabbit.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the airflow is so much smoother. You don't have to worry about if you purge, just fucking hitting yourself in the eyes and fucking going blind.
Yeah, me and Breestones had a little talk about that dead goat.
I like the deck more than the actual dead rabbit deck. You want to know why? Because you're able to unscrew it and cut your leads evenly.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing that nobody ever fucking realized. You could take that deck out and fucking cut those fucking leads perfect each time.
Not too bad, right? Yeah. That's good.
Yep.
Nobody ever thought of that.
How
Yeah.
about that?
Yep.
How about
I
that?
thought I'd have a little bit of an issue of the deck coming loose, just I guess heat and whatnot going through it. But it is probably the driest addy. If you know, even when you're taking the top cap on and off, like my mods are all super dry underneath.
The exact
and
opposite of my crotch.
Yeah. That's what she said.
I got them swamp nuts, boy.
Sitting on a leather
Yeah.
chair for almost 3 hours, you're gonna feel some perspiration, if you know what I mean.
Hey,
Frames. That is the dead goat frames.
Yeah.
Dead goat.
Dead goat?
Yeah.
But you just, it's a dead goat, and it's a dead.
what's up, Wade?
Wait a minute.
Wade. Don.
Wordplay. It's so fun.
So, yeah, so anybody got anything else?
I've got some more doom and gloom.
Oh, yeah, bring it on, bro. Fucking just, I'll bend over. Just throw it in there.
No, it was just an interesting thing. The wifey found a insurance policy for smokers who choose to switch to devices and whatnot, and a possible reduction on their premiums, which is being advertised in the UK. Can't access my phone to have a look, but that's a little interesting situation. I believe that got a fair bit of traction, a bit of reposting, and that's a heavy thing. How do you feel?
I saw that. I mean, yeah, Emily found it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and That's I mean, that's interesting. That's not something that we're going to see here.
Because that involves
But-
the way they have their insurance and all that thing, and how the government pays for mass health care for them.
Well, yeah,
It's never gonna fucking happen here because we're so fucking money hungry in this country.
Yep.
All we care about is the cash in our fucking wallet. Where we've known for probably, I would say, the last 100 years, I would say, that the well-being of the people of the country is not first in this country, obviously.
Yeah. Only if it makes fiscal sense.
Fiscal sense.
Was that?
Yeah. You see what
Oh,
I did
yeah.
there?
Well, I mean, it's no fucking coincidence that the most progressive countries when it comes to vaping are also countries with socialized medicine, because there's benefit to healthy citizens in those countries.
Mhm.
There's no benefit to healthy citizens here. There's the exact opposite. There's extreme financial benefit for sick fucking dying motherfuckers. And that's what we are. And that's how they want it. And that's how it's going to be.
The death of people makes the government millions.
Yeah.
The unhealthiness,
Burgers and
the unhealthiness
Fuck up.
of people with cancer, lung disease, and all that stuff make the doctors, some of the doctors out there, the government officials, the insurance, the people that own insurance companies, millions and millions of fucking dollars.
Customers for life.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
I've got another question. Can you all please educate me on who Fig Ramsey is?
who? Big
Fig
Ramsey?
Ramsey.
Oh, I thought you
He's,
said Bruce Rigno. I was gonna say he's the Hulk, bro. Hulk Hogan.
Gordon Ramsay, he actually owns a lot of restaurants and he likes to
Yeah,
get.
we got one out here.
No, he's an advocate. He runs one of the organizations, I think. He does a lot of the he's a panel guy. You know, he's a guy that gets up and talks a lot at stuff.
Yep.
I think his main I think I may have talked to him once or twice, but his main thing is he's pretty good at generating donations. So he gets around a little bit and raises money for advocacy.
Yep.
Nice guy.
Okay. Yep. That's
What?
all I got.
What did you do?
No, just
What do you
random
call you, man?
question.
What did he say to you, bro? I'll do it.
Fucking, I'll get Chuck to lick his asshole, I swear.
I'll do that shit.
See, we got you.
Wait a minute, what?
Damn right.
So, we got anything else?
Do we want to tell the rage story before
That's
we
what
head
I was
out?
thinking.
Yeah. Send it off
You
with a
wanna do
bang,
that?
right?
This is where we dip down and then we go right back up at the
Oh,
end.
this is going to be a straight climax. You're going to be coming all over your screen and you don't even know it.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay. This happened at ECC last year in California, which I plan on being at again this year, which I can't fucking wait. I got to figure out fucking Houston before that. But so it was day one of the show. It was probably like a couple hours in, I would say. We were over by the main room, not where the squad booth, the other room that was in.
We were right next to Sam's booth.
Mhm.
Or at least
I
I
s-
was. I was standing there talking to Sam. And then
So I come out of nowhere. I see Chuck. I totally flip the fuck out, scream his name from across the fucking like 20 feet away.
we're talking like 13-year-old girl at a Backstreet Boys motherfucking concert kind of situation.
Whoa.
He looks at me, notices it's me. We slow Baywatch run at each other because we catch eyes. Suddenly, as I go to hug him, my arm holding his rage goes whoosh.
So we're coming in like this. Do it, goddammit. Pantomime. We're coming in like this.
Rage goes
I'm
fucking
coming in like a
flying.
person. You know, like a human embraces another human being with love and affection. He's coming in like a crackhead fucking grizzly bear, just arms and shit flailing. And he just fucking like punches this thing straight out of my fucking hand.
Literally goes flying like 20
Dude,
feet.
it like didn't just like fall out of my hand. It flew like, I don't know, 15 feet or maybe 10 feet against a metal roll-up door, and then hit
Metal
the ground.
roll-up door, and then hit the ground. Batteries, door, freaking shit went
Fucking
everywhere. The
yard
top
sale.
cap of your Addy came off, come fucking flying off.
He broke the plastic fucking capstone cap. That's why I was mad. Fucking asshole. So yeah, dude, that shit yard sailed all over the place. Took forever to find the batteries and shit. But put it all back together and
It fucking worked. And now it just
still
looks
works.
fucking beautiful after the stress.
well, yeah, and it was just kind of chipped up and beat. So I just distressed it a little bit like we used to do the double barrels. And now it's actually, I don't know, this thing's actually pretty well known now. I mean, if it was just a rage,
It is.
it'd be fair, but it's got a little story behind it. A love affair between two very weird men.
Got some Pooned sauce all over your rage.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the first time that we met too. So
The rage
That's
got
a story
sauced.
You can tell your grandkids for sure.
right,
That
right.
one time I got Pooned sauce all over my pink rage.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's good.
Now, does the title of this show make sense?
Oh, what's the title? I didn't see it.
Pooned the Sapien.
A funky Amigo Pooned the Sapien.
Wow, getting those old school references. That's some Dell shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Dell's a fucking G, man. That motherfucker's a wordsmith.
Yeah, dude. Del the funky Homo sapien. That fool is legit.
Hell yeah. Nice. So yeah, that's the rage.
Well, good times, everyone.
Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
So one more thing. Can I? Are we wrapping up? You want me to? It's my turn.
You go
So
ahead.
tell us what's coming up on the show, Mr. Pooned Sauce. Plans, or can you divulge anything?
First, before I get into my channel, I want to just let you know, Vaping with the Homies, Mondays. Hold on. Somebody's walking in the room. Okay. Mom was saying hi. So, Vaping with the Homies, Mondays. Next week is our final show on switching between Clowns and James's channel. Starting May 2nd, we're starting on the Vaping with the Homies YouTube channel, which we're still working on. Yep, May 2nd. It's going to be episode 45 is going to where we're going to end season 1. So season 1 is going to be done next week. And then
It's a long season.
yeah, right. Fucking put friends out of business.
45.
Yeah, 45 episodes. I still can't believe it's been.
Right.
So
it was the first live show I ever did, actually.
So technically, I think May 2nd we're trying to plan it to where it's going to be around 1 year of the Omies being a thing. So that's what we try to do with it. And yeah, that's going to be happening in 2 weeks. We have a special guest lined up. You guys I don't want to fucking miss it all because it's going to be a fucking awesome one. And yeah, for my channel, going to be doing the usual Wednesday stream. What's in the news, Pooned Sauce. Going to be talking about some stuff. I try to change it up every week of just different things that I find and just cause discussion, what my thoughts on it are. I kind of want to do it to where I
want to do one because I got to interview a bunch of people, but nobody interviewed me.
Well,
Why don't you interview me, bro?
You'll be on the other episode, the Saturday episode. Don't worry about that.
What am I going to do on Saturday?
I'm getting to that. Calm your titties.
I didn't know. You
Calm
got to tell me when you're going to include me in it, or else I just jump in like an asshole.
Let the sauce speak.
Fuck.
So what I want to do with the Wednesday thing too is with One of the News, I want to kind of switch between advocacy that is getting the information that should get out there to the people, but I also want to look at negative articles of the industry that are going towards the industry and give my perspective on it too as well. So it's like any kind of article out there that's anti-vaping or telling you all these false claims on stuff, I want to break it down and give people the correct information instead of being the propaganda that the articles come out to be. So that's the one thing I want to do. I have maybe some other thing in the works with somebody to where it's kind of, I want to kind of do some videos here and there to where it kind of brings things on a lighter note and it doesn't just kind of feel like I'm beating a dead horse. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be something I'm going to be working on with that person. And then Saturdays, it's the What Your Story, which I talked about earlier. I want to bring everyday people that vape, everyday vapors onto the show. And I want them to pretty much get their testimony out there, tell their story of what their pretty much tell their vaping story, because it could influence so many people, and that's what I want to do. I want to influence people in the right way, the correct way, and the way that should be happening right now, not just coming out there making funny videos about vaping, or just reviews are fine. I'm okay with reviews. They deserve to be out there still, but to me right now, reviews and stuff aren't the most important thing that's in this industry right now. It's the getting the correct word out there. So yeah, if you can, go back to watch my Saturday stream with James. It'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing with that. It was a great time. I loved having James on. His story was awesome. It was a great conversation. It's probably going to be one of my new favorite things, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's what I got right now. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. Wednesdays and Saturdays are my streaming days. So just make sure you go subscribe, hit that notification bell. Wednesdays it's at 7:30 Central, and then Saturdays it's 4:30 Central Time as well. So
Boom, boom, boom.
That's me.
That is you.
Nice, man. Yep.
Congratulations,
Awesome.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the Omis thing. Congratulations on the new tubes.
Hey, it's something new, man.
Yeah. Fucking
I'm
A,
excited
man.
for it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
It's the drops that make the wave.
And right,
Yeah.
it might be that pebble that creates the wave, but eventually bigger rocks fall off with it. So
Yeah.
That's that thing that
Drop
Jeff
that
Goldblum
on
was
your
talking about in Jurassic Park.
no, I thought that
What he
was,
said? He said that?
Something like that. Something like that.
was
Paraphrasing.
that before he got freaking torn apart by the guy that got eaten on the toilet?
Goddamn right. Dump death.
Don't death. Words of Wisdom by Chuck Allen.
Yeah.
Hashtag pussy quack.
Life finds a way.
So many fans.
See? See?
So many
Mhm.
fans.
Anybody
All
else
right,
got
so-
anything to promote?
Thank you everyone for showing up here. Anybody else got anything they want to throw in there?
No, I got nothing.
No?
Make sure to pick up Breezestone coils. The great
Yeah,
stuff.
maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like breezestones.com.
Makes
Thank you,
coils.
Chuck.
He makes
That's-
wire that wraps around to look like a spring. You put it in these holes that are screws, and then your batteries make them light different colors, and they get hot and create vapor products, vaporizers.
Yep. And they fit in many different addies, which is the whole intention of making coils. Is I wanted to make something that was cross-compatible against many products. So that was a big win.
Yeah.
A big win. Yep.
It only makes one
Breezestones.
coil, and that's the twisted 85 gauge nitro alien fucking gargoyle hoof.
Gargoyle up, man.
Hands are fast.
Yep.
It's huge.
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 Ooch.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. We appreciate all you beautiful people here, and we love it when there's a shit show in chat. That's how we know we're doing a good job. And yeah. I don't know what, maybe I'll do a video with some of this time off that I have. I don't know.
Are you gonna review stuff?
I don't know. I do have stuff here to review still, but
To talk DIY stuff. I know a guy who does a show on freaking. Since you're off work now, I know a guy who talks DIY during the day. Clown vapes.
yeah, that guy.
Who
Yeah.
talks DIY on Monday afternoons.
That would be
I'm
a
not
very
shooting anybody
weird
else's
situation.
horn, but clown vapes shoot the horn. You get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some things. And
things and stuff and things.
yeah.
No big deal.
Like stuff and
Okay.
things.
So yeah, I'll try everyone that has hit me up in Instagram or on Instagram about the Vape Malone juice. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. I need to get bottles too. I think the flavoring just came in today. So I'll be sending everyone kind of like just a little list that they can pick one from. And I'll put the flavor profiles there on everything. Just, yeah, with the nicotine strengths, I pretty much do only 4s. So if you like a 4, then but it's salt neck 4. So
Can it be like a 6 3/4, please?
Yeah, see, that's what I want to avoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. that's
Like
gonna
I want
take-
that range between like an 85 and a 0.73. Kind of.
No,
Can't give people choices. People can't
No.
handle choices.
see, that's the thing. I do a
Yeah.
4. It's
And
like you know
fours,
what's that, Breeze?
4s works better with Breestone's coils.
It does.
Oh yeah,
Fact.
all of these. Pieces.
Finally.
It's like on Family Guy where the guy was like, I want a skull, and he was like, I can do a nice Kermit the Frog, and then he's like, no, I want a skull. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is a nice Kermit the Frog, the tattoo
Kermit
guy.
the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here.
Sorry to hear
That's
that.
yeah.
Mech Mod Mike. Hey, sorry to hear that, Mech Mod Mike. That sucks, man.
That's fucked, man.
Damn,
Sorry.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. That's a bummer. I hate to hear shit like that.
You want? Should I
Makes
end it
me-
on a high note and do another vape trick?
Ah, shit. I think we
Yes.
have to. I think we have to now. All right.
I should probably use the capstone because capstone.
That's the only thing butthole worthy. I mean, come on. And he's putting it to his mouth. Look at all.
Oh, it worked.
Whoa!
Ow! Fuck! Fucking stub my toe. Best O ever, worst celebration dance ever. I'll be off next week.
Thank you for showing up, everybody. Have a great night. And this is the Amigos signing off.